ọmọdé òòjọ́ ń ṣaláìsí, àwọn kan ṣàyè dàwa máa lọ, àwọn kan ń ṣọdún, àwọn kan ń sunkún, àwọn kan ń wojú Olódùmarè. Ènìyàn rere wọn ìpẹ́ lọ, ẹni burúkú wọn ń pẹ́ nílẹ̀ o. Ọ̀rọ̀ ayé ṣòro, ọ̀rọ̀ ayé ṣòro, ọ̀rọ̀ ayé ṣòro, ọ̀rọ̀ ayé mà le o, ọ̀rọ̀ ayé mà le, kò má yé wa o. Ọ̀rọ̀ ayé gbẹ̀gẹ́ o, ọ̀rọ̀ ayé gbẹ̀gẹ́, ọ̀rọ̀ ayé gbẹ̀gẹ́, ọ̀rọ̀ ayé ṣòro, ọ̀rọ̀ ayé ṣòro, kò má yé wa o. Àwọn kan ń jọba, àwọn kan ń ṣẹ̀rú, àwọn kan ń ṣe bí Olódùmarè. Ọmọdé òòjọ́ ń ṣaláìsí, àwọn kan ṣàyè dàwa máa lọ, àwọn kan ń ṣọdún, àwọn kan ń sunkún, àwọn kan ń wojú Olódùmarè. Ènìyàn rere wọn ìpẹ́ lọ, ẹni burúkú wọn ń pẹ́ nílẹ̀ o. Ọ̀rọ̀ ayé ṣòro, ọ̀rọ̀ ayé ṣòro, ọ̀rọ̀ ayé ṣòro, ọ̀rọ̀ ayé mà le o. Ọ̀rọ̀ ayé mà le, kò má yé wa o. Ọ̀rọ̀ ayé gbẹ̀gẹ́ o, ọ̀rọ̀ ayé gbẹ̀gẹ́, ọ̀rọ̀ ayé gbẹ̀gẹ́, ọ̀rọ̀ ayé ṣòro, ọ̀rọ̀ ayé ṣòro, kò má yé wa o. Some people can find a way, some people live by the day, some people have all the fun.
When will it be our turn?
Few people take all the wealth, poor people bear all the pain, small people look to the skies.
When will it be our turn?
Bless you.
When will it be our turn? 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 When will it be our turn?
Ayé bí ẹ bá dàgbọ́n, ẹ má ta mí. Ayé bí ẹ bá dodo, ẹ má gbé mi lọ. Ayé bí ẹ bá dàgbọ́n, ẹ má ta mí.
Ayé bí ẹ bá dodo, ẹ máa gbé lọ o.
I'm glad today. It's 3 p.m. now, Nigerian time. Prof, ma.
Hello, ma. Good evening.
Good evening, ma. From your side and from your side. Good afternoon, Nigeria.
Thank you.
Yeah, 3 p.m. in Nigeria. You're welcome, ma. Thank you for honoring our invitation. Thank you for being a part of Great Minds.
Thank you for inviting me.
So, please, ma, can you hear me clearly?
Yes, I can hear you very
All right,
well.
thank you very much, ma. So, I want to welcome everyone on the platform now. I can see we are already 4 on Zoom, and let me check people already on YouTube. I think we already have some people on YouTube, so that we can start the program straight away. In fact, we have started already. We have started. Let me just say who we have. Who we have on YouTube. I'm sure we already have some of us. Wow, somebody just joined now. Ologunle. You're welcome. Thank you. I want to see our people on YouTube. Somebody's joining again. Thank you. Somebody's joining again. Thank you. You're welcome. Presently, we have 3 people on YouTube. If you are watching on YouTube, you are welcome. Thank you very much. Yeah, I think somebody just joined our network, logged someone out. Okay. I welcome every great mind on this program today. As long as you are here, you are a great mind. And I'm happy you are here today. Today is the first our program, First Great Minds Connect, that will be held live. We've been having recorded our videos, but this is our very first edition that we'll be having live. And I'm happy to have these great minds online. Thank you very much. You're welcome. And people that are watching on YouTube, we already have 3 people on YouTube. I'm glad to see you here. Thank you very much. You're welcome. So straight away we go into today's program. Our theme for today's program is, I'm sure we have seen the flyers, and attaining success in the world of unequal opportunity. We all know that this world is an unequal world. Anywhere in the world, not just about Nigeria or whichever country you want to talk about. We're talking about the world. The world is unequal, and we have unequal opportunity. There are several opportunities that you might be exposed to or be open to that some other persons might not be. I stumbled on the publication of United Nations, I think for last year, 2020. And the major thing that I saw there was talking about opportunities, for this unequal society. I was wondering that why would this United Nations be talking about something like this? And I realized that truly, when I went through the document, I was like, wow, indeed, the world is unequal. But why are we connecting? We want to make use of these opportunities, the few ones that want, the one opportunity I have, the opportunity you have, let's connect them and let life be a great one for all of us. That is why we are connecting. So it's not a matter of this one does not have this. No, we are connected. As long as you are here, you are a great mind. So I welcome every great mind on this program, the first online edition of Great Minds Connect. So if for any reason you want to talk about something, you want to speak on something here today, because we are still going to get reaction from people, of responses from people. If you want to introduce yourself, please say, I am great mind, so. Before you mention your name. For instance, my name is Oluwafumilola. If I want to introduce myself now, I'll tell you I'm great mind Oluwafumilola, because that is who you are. That is who I am. So don't forget, if you want to introduce yourself, great mind Oluwafumilola, great mind, and if you have any other title, include it. Great mind Dr. So, great mind this and that. So that is who we are. We are great minds, irrespective of the part of the world that we have or that we have found ourselves. So straight away into the program for today, as I said earlier, our theme for today is attaining success in the world of unequal opportunity. And this theme shall be our main theme for this year by God's grace, and we shall be having it in different phases. For instance, this particular edition we'll be talking about education as a panacea to success in the world of unequal opportunity. What can education give you? What opportunity can it get for you? And that is why we have on our program today a professor. And one of the things that fascinated me when I met her was that back then in Nigeria, we were made to know that professors are old people. You see the men with gray hair, you see the women with gray hair, all these spectacles that they will put on their noses and be looking in a manner that you understand. You can imagine that. That is what we were made to know when we were growing. So when I was growing, I love academics, and I have told people that I will be a professor. So, and then we used to know people putting their glasses on their nostrils and on their nose and this and that. But when I met her, I was like, wow, damn, it means education is important. And I am sure the Lord's going to use that for us today. She's going to open our eyes today to opportunities in education, how education can help us to attain that great height that we want to attain. I've heard somebody said something, a young child. The child was like, even people that went to school, they don't have money. So why will you be telling me to go to school? Is it true? Is it not true? And some other things that we need to know, and we are going to know today. Thank you very much, everybody on already on Zoom and on YouTube. So today, I am introduce myself formally. I am Oluwafumilola Oluwatosin. I'm an educator and a professional, or let me say an expert in educational assessment. Let me say I'm a drama minister by God's grace, Christian drama. Then again, can I introduce myself? I have passion for young people. I love to see young people excel. I'm always inspired when I see young people that are ready to live in the right on the right path, because I believe it is possible to attain that height without following the path of criminality. So we are here together today as great minds. So briefly, I will be mentioning or calling out some names, or some people are not already on ground, but I'm sure they will still join us by God's grace. Some great minds that we are doing this together. I'm not the only person. When we're talking about great mind connecting, definitely it can't be only one person that is saying you are connecting one. It takes two to tango, you know. So as part of the team of great minds, I have a Professor Missy. She is already on Zoom now. We have some people that will be joining. Professor Mrs. Bolanle Ikoto. She is based in South Africa. We are still going to get a profile. Let me spotlight her so that everyone will be able to see her. This is our professor, Professor Mrs. Bolanle Ikoto. You're welcome, ma.
Thank you. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, ma. So then we still have some other persons. Some are not here. Let me go through the list if we have them here. No. But then I will still call the names. Okay. Okay. Let's continue. I'm sure they will join us. I have on my list of the great minds, Mr. Adeniji Jubril Ogunfemi. This man is a wonderful man. Oh, let me take Prof, so that I won't leave Prof on the screen here. Sorry, man. So, as I was saying, I have Mr. Adeniji Jubril Ogunfemi. I don't think he's already on the Zoom here, but once I see that he's on ground, I'll spotlight him. And in case you are here, please let me just know you are here. Okay, he's a fellow chartered accountant. There are some things you are still going to know about him. By God's grace, either next month or April, we'll be having him here as our speaker. He has wonderful things to tell us. He has wonderful things to tell us. I have Dr. Damilola Abioye. I think she's on ground too, but not on video. Yes, not on video. She's a medical practitioner, a young doctor. When I say young, I don't mean 20 years, so you know. She's a young doctor. I have as part of Great Minds team, I have Dr. Oluwatosin Adebayo. He's an educator and the proprietor of Harvard College of Science, Business and Management Studies, established in Nigeria, Ogun State, Nigeria, to be precise. And I have Dr. Adekunle Odedokun. Dr. Adekunle Odedokun is a senior lecturer in University of Ibadan. He's a counselor to the core. He's a counselor to the core. We are still going to have him here, possibly next month. Possibly next month we'll have him here. He's not going to, don't worry, he's not going to speak on education aspect. Once we hear from him, you will understand what I'm talking about. He's a counselor to the core. We have many great people. We have Pastor Chris Okoye as one of our Great Minds Connect team. He's a quantity surveyor by profession. He's a pastor and he's the convener of and the host of Discovery. He's a Monday broadcast. He was the one that anchored January edition of Great Minds Connect. So many more people that will still be bringing on this program, Great Minds Connect. So today, as I said, we already have our prof on ground, and she's going to be speaking to us on education, how education can be as an instrument or as a road path or success to attain success. I mean, roadmap to success on this our journey to, or in this world of unequal opportunity. So that we will not waste much of our time, let me welcome Prof. But before Prof will come up, let's get Prof's profile.
Olanle Cotton is an associate professor of civil engineering. She is a child of God who is passionate about God's work. She started her career from the Federal University of Technology, Akure, Nigeria, where she bagged a first degree in civil engineering and graduated as the best in her class. She then proceeded for a master's degree at the University of the Witwatersrand. She is a child of God who is passionate about God's work. And a doctorate program at the University of Johannesburg, South Africa. She has been lecturing for the past 20 years. She has authored and graduated as the best in peer-reviewed conference proceedings and reputed journals. She has served as a reviewer for several universities of South Africa. And join me as a welcome Professor Olanle. She has been lecturing for the past 20 years. She then proceeded
welcome, ma. So,
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for having me here. And thank you so much for the invitation. I'm happy to be part of this Bring Minds Forum. And I hope we will all be blessed and as we discuss together today. Okay, ma.
okay.
Yes, ma.
Now we want to, Prof, on this our theme today. I want you to enlighten us on education. Briefly, just tell us about education, importance of education, and how education can be useful for us to attain our great success in this world of unequal opportunity.
Okay. Thank you so much, ma. That topic itself, I'm sure God has given you that topic to share because it's actually deep and broad. It's not something we can finish here, but while we rub our minds together, I'm sure that we'll gain one or two things through this discussion. Of course, the world is unequal, and we cannot fight that. We cannot stop that. It is what it is. But the thing is, once we realize it, we should be able to know how to navigate around it and see the opportunities that comes our way and make use of it. So we have different background. We came from different family. That already is unequal. Some are from very rich homes. Some are from maybe middle class. Some are from very poor family. But you can't choose the family at which you are born into. But you cannot remain, at the level at which you were born into. For example, let's say you were born in a very poor family. That is where God has put you. So, but as you grow, as you understand some things, you can change the story of your family because of your own thinking and making use of different opportunities that will be coming your way. And one of it is education. Some of us don't see it as an opportunity because in most countries, it is a must. A child must go to school. So we don't see it as something special. We thought, it's just one of those things, we just have to do it. What I want to tell you is an opportunity that God has placed on your way to success. Of course, in some country, maybe primary school is free. In some country, you have to pay, whatever it is. Education is like a bedrock to majority of people. Even people that are born into very rich home, wealthy home, that is where they are born into. That is their starting point. But that does not mean that they will end as a wealthy person or as a successful person if they did not use that opportunity rightly. So what I'm saying is that whatever background we have, wherever we are in the part of the world, we all have at one point or the other opportunity to succeed, opportunity to grow, opportunity to make it in life, opportunity to be who God has made us to be. So now talking about education, education is very important. For all of us, it is very important because that is when we start learning about various things. Education is an eye-opener. It makes you to see yourself and to appreciate yourself. If you embrace education, if you don't look at it as one of those things that we have to go through, if you see it as an opportunity that has been given to you and you take it so serious and you make the good opportunity of it, you will realize that through education, you begin to start asking some questions. You begin to ask yourself some questions. Self-realization comes through education. When you go to school, the school is not just to read the paper or to cram whatever and to pass, But when we talk about education, it's something that talks about your mindset, renewing your mindset. We have formal education, we have informal education. Formal education is when you go to school, you were in one class, then promoted to another class, promoted to another class, and you finish. Informal education is when you try to learn things by yourself. It may be through internet, it may be through programs like this, it may be different, but not really formal walls of a school. What I'm saying is that every day we learn, every day we get education. So education, the first thing education does is first to make you realize that you are more than what you think you are. It gives you opportunity to think deep, to realize yourself, to give you self-confidence, to give you self-worth. Because when you go through school, when you go to school, you meet with different people, different caliber. We are talking of unequal opportunity and unequal backgrounds. When you get to school, you will see people from different race, from different background, from different, sometimes depending on the school you have, maybe from different countries. And you realize that no matter the background of this person and my background, we can be at the same level. We can think at the same level. We can relate at the same level. We put our backgrounds down. When we get to school, what do? We see ourselves as friends. So what is that saying? It says that no matter where you come from, you can still rub minds with people. And what education does is also to give you a network of great minds, meaning that even let's say at the end of your education, for example, you don't want to maybe use your certificate to work or things like that, or you want to go into a certain trade, the education that you have and the people you have met in the journey of your education forms your network. So let's say you go to a certain trade, those networks are already automatic, they are automatically your customers, because you have met on a platform of friendship. You have met on a platform of, now let's leave our background now of equality, of the same class, the same mate and all that. So they become your network, they become your customers, and they now begin to introduce you to other people that they know. So what are we saying? Education gives us a platform to be what we need to be, depending on the area of life we now chose at the end of the day. But going through the system of education make us to first realize ourselves, first know that we can do and we can excel in life, and give us a kind of confidence, give us a kind of self-worth that yes, whatever I want to do in this life, I can achieve it, because you've met with different people, you've met with great people, you've met with, you have a certain network that you can build on and become great in life. So education is very important. Either you will use your certificate to work or not, either you want to go into trade later, whatever it is, it gives, and especially when you think my background is poor and all that, with education, you can rise to the highest top. You can rise, depending on what you have seen and the vision you had for yourself, you can achieve that through education.
Wow. Thank you, Prof. Now, I picked something from what you said. I picked some things. You said education is an eye-opener. You said it helps us for self-realization. It gives us confidence and self-worth. Wow. And which I have, if I want to say some things on that, based on my personal experience and what I've been able to gain because of education. Thank you very much, Ma. Now, I have a question to ask, Ma, which I believe is also in the mind of people that are watching and listening now. We said this is the world of unequal opportunity. And in some countries, let's take Nigeria as a case study, education is not free. Education is not free. We might have it, they may be telling us that free education at the primary school level. As far as I'm concerned, or that many of us know, education is not free. They will tell these students, you pay a development levy, you pay this levy, you pay that levy, but the tuition is free. And there are some persons out there whose parents don't have anything. Let me not use the word anything, whose parents don't have much to send them to school. What is their faith? What their faith? What can they do? Or somebody whose parents were able to send him or her to primary school or secondary school. What is the person's faith, or what are the faith of those people, or what can they do?
Okay, yeah, that question doesn't have it doesn't have one answer. It is unfortunate that we have people in that situation, and which is true. I'm not saying we don't. We have people actually in that situation whereby they cannot afford basic education. In those days, we used to have some parents. I'm not sure if we still have such parents. Maybe we still. But in those days, we used to have some parents that believe that.
Sorry, Prof. Please let me mute everybody so that you now unmute yourself. You are a co-host.
Okay.
So you can now unmute yourself now. All right.
Okay. That is fine. So what I was saying is that in those days, we used to have some parents that don't believe in education. So they don't allow their kids to go to school. And some believe in education, but they think education is for male gender. So their boys will go to school, their girls will be at home helping out in those days. I'm not sure if you still have such parents, but if you, as time goes on, you realize that those ones that have that opportunity to go to school, you could see the difference, either male or female. You could see the world of difference in the way their life turned out to be. So what I'm saying is that, firstly, if you don't have the means as a parent, financially, have the mind that education is important. Because that is the first step. The first step is, do you even believe it? Do you think your children must go to school? If you think, oh, I don't have the money, so let them just be. You are careless about it, you are nonchalant about it. Even if a certain means comes to your hands, you will not use it for that education, because as far as you are concerned, it is not important. So the first thing I would say, unfortunately, of course, we have people in that category that cannot afford financially. But first thing is that, what is their mindset? Because if your mindset is that I want my child to go to school, you will do anything to make that, anything legal, let me put it that way, to make that child go to school. We have parents, we have parents that are widows, we have female women that are widows, and they did not have money, but they can sell anything. They can sell groundnut, they can sell whatever to make sure that at least they can afford to send their child to school. It may not be a private school, a very elaborate school like that. Even the public school, they just make sure that at least go there, go and learn something. So the mindset, I would say the mindset of the parents has first to be tackled with. They have to know the importance of education. Then, let's now say we have this kind of parent that really, really want their children to go to school, and they don't have the means to do that. You know, I'm not sure if these are the things that the government will also look into, to say, okay, how can we assist these people? We have the community around us. How can we assist these people? We can have people that can take a child and say, let me pay for your school fees. We have people that can sponsor more than 1, 2 children, you know, for their education. But the mindset must be right of the parent or the guardian. But now, let's now talk of children that do not even have parents or guardian or people that can support them or people that can fight for them. What can these children do? Because now we've established the fact that everybody needs education. Whether you will use it at the end of the day to work, whether you will be self-employed later, the background of education is very important. So this kind of children that do not have anyone, I think we have some orphanages home whereby that can assist these children to go to school or to adopt them, or some homes that can adopt them, you know, to.
But Prof, ma, sorry, ma. That is where we are going.
Oh, okay, sorry.
That is where we are. That is where we are going, and I'm glad we are on that point now. Before you continue, I want you to help us let people know that that is one of the things that Great Minds Connect is meant for. We want to connect. Some people who cannot afford, who cannot, now you know today you are emphasizing on education. Maybe another time I can pick another angle. Now, on education, those ones who cannot go to school, probably primary, secondary, or even tertiary level. Great Minds Connect want to be a kind of bridge in between, but that is one of the mission of Great Minds Connect. A bridge that will link these different categories of people so that the inequality to an extent will be dealt with. We cannot cancel it, we can only manage it. Yeah. So now, on that point that you are now, help us elaborate it now so that people will know the major essence of Great Minds Connect. A bridge in between.
Yeah. Okay, thank you, Dr. Fumi, for pointing that out. And I'm happy that it's part of the motive or the vision of the Great Mind Connect Forum is to assist people, you know, for example, that cannot afford education and they need support and all that. So the forum is there to support. Just like you said, we cannot solve all the problems, but of course, the little support, sometimes it's not even to solve all the problem, but to be there, you know, to support in your little way. The support you give in your little way goes a long way in a child's life. So the Great Minds Connect is there to provide that support. So for example, if you have people in that category, and I think Sister Fumi, you can maybe at the end of the program, wherever you can let us know where one can report such cases and to see how that support can be given. But the thing we are saying today is to emphasize the fact that education is very important. There is injustice for not to allow a child to have that opportunity of education. It is very, very important, and it is a pathway to our success. So thank you, Great Mind Forum, that this is part of the vision. And if anybody has anyone in the category in which may need the assistance, at the end of the day, we'll get the phone number and where we can report such.
Thank you very much, Prof. Thank you, ma'am. So I want to say some things based on what Prof just opened our eyes to today. You know, when I was growing, my parents were not rich at all. They were not rich. So when I mean at all, I know what I'm talking. They were not paupers. They were not begging on the road. Fine, but they were not rich. Because if I tell you some of the things that we passed through, I think I was speaking with my younger sister some days ago, and making jest of some things, mentioning some things. Do you remember Yakolobe? Do you remember? You know, you can imagine that kind of background. Do you remember? That's are the places that when there was no food at home, that would take peanut like 30 kobo, 50 kobo that our parents will afford. Okay, go and buy this total amount of food from this and so that all of us will manage and things like that. But one thing I cherish in their life till today that I will never forget and always appreciate them for is that my father will say in his lifetime that he was not schooled. His children must be schooled.
Yeah.
My mother could go any length to sell anything. She became somebody who would not use jewelry again. She was having in those days at least little of money she could use to buy gold and like when she still had the money when she was single. She's later sold everything all because she wanted her children to go to school.
That's the mindset.
You can imagine that. So Prof just said that parents should have it in mind. So as young ones that we are growing, let's have it in mind. No matter what, children should go to school. And any one of us probably in the category of I'm okay with O level. No, it is not enough. Even if you don't use that certificate to look for a job in a secular organization. Someone said mindset is the key. Yes. So our mindset should be dealt with. So even if you don't have that, if you have that mind that I'm okay with O level, no, don't be okay with O level. If at the end of the day what you are going to do is still tailoring, fashion designing, have formal education first.
Can I just say something? Can I just add something to that? I think I've mentioned it, but I can elaborate it. Okay, yes, I said it. I said, let's say at the end of the day, just like an example you've given, like you want to go into fashion designing, for example. Anyway, fashion designing these days has gone to another level. You even go to university to study it. It has gone to another level. But let's just say you want to go to a trade that you did not even study in your school, but already you've had that network of people. And that network of people will forever be your network, and they will give you a head start. If you say, okay, now I'm not using my certificate, I have my, I want to go into fashion designing, those your friends will come to you and they will be your first customer. Yeah. Even if you saw something and it's not that very good, they will still manage you. You are friends. What will they do? And as you are doing it, you are perfecting yourself, and you will become an expert in that area. But already you have that platform, you have that level. You are starting from that level of that network you've made in school. And those of your friends that maybe go to start working somewhere, wherever, they also invite their own friends, and their friends also become your customer. So already education has given you a platform to connect with great minds and to have network of great people. So I just say, let me add to what you were saying.
Thank you very much, ma'am. Yes, education will help with giving us that network of great people. In fact, that's wonderful. Thank you very much, ma'am. I heard the story of a lady who in those days, many years ago, I don't know the person anyway, I was told the story, but the person who told me that story is a relative of that particular lady. She was able to travel out in those days, to travel abroad, to go and school in abroad. I think America, just because of a friend that she met in secondary school. They were close friends. And that one was daughter of a rich man, I think, or of a commissioner of those days in Nigeria. So when the father was like, okay, now I want you to go to America to continue your education, the girl said, no, daddy, except you do together with my friend. And that was how that one joined her, and they traveled out together to school abroad. So education can give us that network. In fact, will give us that network if we manage it well. Thank you very much, Prof. I think one of our people is on ground, is on platform now. I saw him briefly. Let me check if he's still here. Mr. Attaining Jubril Ogunfemi. Okay, yeah, I've seen him. His video is not on. Please, if you can hear me, can you please put on your video? We want to see you. People want to see you. I've called your name before you joined. People want to see you. Okay. Oh, thank you very much. Very much. He has done that. Yeah. People want to see you. Thank you.
Yes, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Mr. Jubril.
Yes,
And
sorry.
very soon we'll have him. Okay.
Yes, sorry. I came in late. I had some other schedules to fulfill, but I've joined there for quite a while, and it has been a thought-provoking lecture. And I guess you said much of the thing. One has to get education, and even if you don't get up to university or have all the certificates, if you have secondary school, you can also get some other things, maybe handwork or something. And it's not all about education sometimes, but the focus should be what do you want to achieve? Who do you want to be in future? Then that will set the background for what you're going to do. I guess that will be my contribution.
Don't worry, we are still going to have you fully on ground here on this program one of these days. I'm sure I will get you notified before then. So
yes.
we have a lot to learn from him. He's a chartered accountant, and I know he has a lot of things to tell us.
Yes.
We'll connect.
Yes,
We
of
are
course.
connected already.
Yes, of course.
Very much.
Yes. Yes.
You're welcome.
Yeah. Thank you.
Now we want to get responses from people.
Okay.
Sorry, please. Okay. Response from people. Is anybody here that wants to have one or two things you want to tell us, or you respond to based on what I can see some people dropping a comment. I can see some comments here. So people want to hear from you before we bring this program to them, because I don't want this program to take so much of our time. And we still have some piece of information to get. Somebody said education gives you an edge in any chosen vocation. And that is great.
Good afternoon.
So
I would also like to drop a comment.
You have one or two things to share with us. I will be glad to have you. You can use your hand raising icon so that I can be able to identify you. Okay. All right. You can unmute yourself, Dr. Dami.
Okay, good evening, everyone. And I would just like to say that it's been a very good and thought-provoking conversation right here. Education, of course, we cannot overemphasize the importance and how it helps us develop our minds, see possibilities where there are limitations, because really, the inequality that we are talking about exists, even in developed world. There is inequality, not only in the developing world or the low and middle income countries, there is inequality everywhere. But then our ability to harness opportunities, our ability to look beyond the inequalities, disadvantages, is what really helps us make the best use of our lives. And so education is one of those things that helps us to do that. Another thing I see that education is able to help us do is to solve problems. There are problems everywhere. There are problems every waking day. There's a problem that needs one person to solve, that requires solution. And the only way we can wake up to solve such problems is when our minds are educated. And of course, when I talk about education, I'm sure that we are also not referring to education only within the four walls of institution. We get education even outside the four walls of the institutions, of the schools and all of that. But then education as a whole helps us to, it gives us it puts us on a platform where we can solve problems, because it's only a mind that is able to think deep, that is able to look around, and that is able to look beyond himself or herself, that can solve problems. And so, as educated people, as people who are already getting educated and who will continue, because education, I believe, is also a continual thing, we must begin to see ourselves as people who are able to solve problems and not just as consumers alone. Yes, there will always be challenges, there will always be difficulty, there will always be not enough. But then that's also not a reason for us to overlook the problems, the challenges around us. And we need to begin to see how we can solve problems. We live in a community where there are refuse around, where people throw refuse. How do you solve such problems? How do you begin to educate people around you? Having gotten the education yourself, how do you begin to educate people around you? You're telling them, no, you shouldn't drop refuse on the road. How do you do that if you are not educated yourself? So that's why I say that education is very, very important for us to solve problems. That's a problem in that community. And it only takes someone who knows that it is wrong to do that will be able to now tell other people. And I can go on and on to mention a lot of problems, especially in Africa, in Nigeria. There are lots of problems. Many of these problems, we cause them for ourselves, but then it takes people who are educated to be able to look beyond themselves and begin to prefer solutions to those problems. So that's just the little idea that I have in my mind, talking about education and how we can begin to bridge inequalities and all of that around us. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Dr. Dami. Now, I can see, okay, I saw that hand, Mr. Tosin Adebambo. Okay.
Yeah, thank you very much, Ma. Good afternoon, Ma. Good afternoon, House.
Good afternoon.
My name is Tosi Adebamo. Well, I just have little to say. Thank you very much for this great talk. The little I want to add is any nation that that gives more value to education would have a lot of development taking place in that nation. Take for instance, in Nigeria today, the northeast part of the Nigeria that is having security issues, that is gradually migrating all over the northern part of the country now. What I noticed is that education, lack of education, many of their youths are not well educated, no schools. What they do majorly is their margeries. I think they are coming up gradually now. Had it been they've done more on education, since we wouldn't have much security issues that we are having in Nigeria today. And that's one. Two, education sharpens our mind. It makes us think fast, gives us solutions to issues around us. Without education, we will not be able to do things around us. Even when there are challenges that come, it is when we are well educated, we're able to think of solutions that we can do. How we can add one to one, make it two, make things work out for ourselves with the help of education. Thank you very much for this opportunity. I think this is a great one, and we would like to see more of this, man. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. Wow, that was great. So before I talk, I just saw one of our Great Minds Connect team on the platform now. But before I call on him, probably he has one or two things to tell us within the next few minutes that we have. I would like to give us some pieces of information for today. Now, as I said something earlier, that Great Minds Connect is one of the missions of Great Minds Connect is to serve as a bridge. You know, there are different classes in the society. Otodami said something, and I think we said it even at the beginning of this program that inequality is all over the world, even in the western parts of the world, that we look up to that, I want to go to America, I want to go to UK, I want to go there. Inequality is everywhere. But how do we manage it? How do we solve one or two problems in the society? And that is one of the missions of Great Minds Connect. As we continue in this program, you will get more of what Great Minds Connect is all about. So it's not just about let's come together, we want to have a seminar, we want to have a program like this, and no, we want to connect, we want to be together. Possibly, let me say you are a computer scientist, somebody who writes program, and Great Minds Connect wants to have a website. We call on you. We won't look elsewhere for someone who will do that for us. We will call on you, or somebody somewhere among this group of great minds. We talked about fashion design the other time, and I have probably a school. We need the uniform. We need that. We shouldn't look elsewhere. I will look inward. That is what the connectivity is about. Now, when we were starting this program, you could see that I was playing some music, and there was a particular soundtrack, not even soundtrack, short song that we played last before this program started. A member of Great Minds Connect did that for us. That is why we want to connect. Let's connect, let's support one another. Let's help one another to rise. Some people are up, some people are down, some people are in the middle. And do you know that if the person at the middle should hold the hands of the person down, he or she will be able to help that person to the middle. And possibly the person at the top will be able to help the ones at the middle to get to the top. If we have 100 people at the bottom line, and the ones at the top or the ones at the middle are able to help 10 out of them, it has reduced. And that is one of the reasons that we have Great Minds Connect. So please, for the purpose of our database, we have a form. We call it membership form of Great Minds Connect. Please, I will do it now. I think if I can drop the link of that form on the chat before we go, I think it will be better, since it's not that I have people's contacts. Very few people that are here that have the contact. I'll try and drop the link of that form on this Zoom now, on the chat, so that we can. It won't take you like 2-3 minutes. Just few of details that we need: name, majorly mobile number, and the email, and nothing more than that. So it's nothing so serious. So you can also drop mail. You can ask questions. You can connect through mail on in his presence 120. That is 120 in his presence. INHISPRESENC 120 @gmail.com. Send whatever you want to send. Probably you have some pieces of advice for us. You want to be a part of the Great Minds Connect team. I mean, when I say the team, I'm talking about the mentors. We have sponsors, partners altogether, the vision carriers of Great Minds Connect. I told you I'm not the only one. So you have some things you want to tell us, piece of advice, or you want to connect somebody who needs assistance, who wants people that will rally around him or her to assist him or her. Today now we emphasized on education, more on formal education anyway. How do we assist some people out there? You have said it is it creates the platform for networking. So how do we assist 1 or 2 persons out there? You know, I believe that if one person is helped, that one person can connect 2, 2 will connect 4, 4 will connect 6, and we will have a better society. That is what we are looking up to. So by God's grace, before the end of this program, I will make sure I drop this. We have just a few minutes to end this program today. I'm feeling as if we should not end this again, but we just have to end this. People have to go and think of other things to do. Then we can also follow on Instagram. We do have some things we drop on Instagram. Let's rub minds, comment on our posts and other things that we do on Connect Great Minds. That is our page on Instagram, Connect Great Minds. Then on YouTube, we have His Great Presence. His Great Presence. That's our channel on YouTube. Like this program we are having now, it's showing live on YouTube. No, we don't have so many people watching, but I think we have like 5 people watching presently, which I still know some persons will still watch later. So let's connect, let's join hands together, let's do things together, let's help one another, let's support one another to achieve greatness in life. So before as we end this program today, let me just briefly call on Pastor Chris Okunwoye. Is as I said earlier, the convener of Discovery. You can unmute yourself, sir.
Good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon, sir.
My name is Ayodeji Okoye. Yes, ma. So sorry for joining late. It was because of this Nigerian factor. That's light issue. But I was actually thinking the program is holding tomorrow. So when I checked the dates again, probably 5-6 minutes ago. So you don't know me that the thing actually is starting.
You're welcome, sir. At least as
So
we
sorry about that. I joined you.
We didn't have the program live last month. You are our guest last month, though it wasn't a live program. So on our topic today, we just need you to maybe like 1 or 2 minutes, just tell us something on our topic today.
Yes, that this platform, like I said the other time, that I see as the kind of platform that liberate life to liberate destiny. Then for whosoever that cares to be liberated, to
Wow, I think there's network problem.
know what's needed to be known, and to fulfill destiny and purpose. Buy to the idea that nothing is impossible. Don't talk yourself. Believe that with God, you can make it. With God, you can be.
Wow. I think the network on the site there is not really strong. Okay. I can see somebody on the platform now. Raise her hand, but I want to hear from her. She's a young entrepreneur, and she's an educator too. A young educator and a young entrepreneur. I don't know if you can hear me now. Miss Tolulope Dorcas. Are you there? Miss Tolulope Dorcas, are you there? Okay, good. Thank you.
Good afternoon, ma. Good afternoon, everybody.
I said, I would love to hear from you because
yes,
as a young entrepreneur, a young educator, what can you tell people? Just 3 minutes, 2 minutes. We are closing now. This has been a wonderful time.
Just as Professor Ikotu said the other time, that education helps you to identify yourself, and it also helps you to choose where to focus on, and where to stay to focus on as a niche in this our world of unequal opportunities. And so far so good. I see that education has helped a lot of people to achieve things beyond their imaginary expression. Yeah, education has helped a lot of people to go beyond where they think they can actually get to. Education has helped me to achieve a lot of things, and it has also helped me in business. Exactly, in business, I was able to make use of those things I learned in school. I was able to create a niche for myself when it comes to the business world. Now, I was able to identify a lot of things when it comes to being an entrepreneur, not just being an educator, not just being a graduate. Now, education has helped me to identify a lot of problems, a lot of things that need to be put in place when it comes to being an entrepreneur. And I know that if we are able to achieve all we are able to stay focused with education, learning both formally and informally, it will help us to reach our goals in life. Thank you.
Thank you very much. So as we bring this program to a close today, I don't think there's anyone raising hand again for any question or any response. All right. I've dropped the link to the membership form on the chat. Please, you can just copy the link before this program ends. Please copy the link before the program ends. And in case you're not able to copy it, I will give out a number. You just send hi on WhatsApp and introduce yourself. Don't forget what I said earlier. Great mind, so. So I will be able to know that you are part of the Great Minds Connect. But please, WhatsApp only, not call. Just send your name, Great Mind, so that you need the link to the membership form. Because by the time we are doing the connection, the connectivity starts fully, it will only be people that are members. You know, it won't be nice to just do things unorganized or anyhow. So please do that. The number is 070-3234-6621. If you're in Nigeria, but if you're not in Nigeria, then you add 234 plus 234. But WhatsApp only. WhatsApp only. Plus 234-703234-6621. WhatsApp only, and let's connect. Just send the name and I'll send you the link to the form. Great minds. Just tell me Great Minds so. And I'll send you the link to the form. Thank you very much. I want to believe that we will meet again, that you will join again next month. This program shall be coming up every last Saturday of the month. And we're having great and wonderful people that will be coming here to open our eyes to different things, connect all of us together for greatness, and together we shall attain that great height. We shall have that great dream fulfilled. We shall have that great plans that you have to be fulfilled. Don't forget, only great minds connect. Connectivity brings synergy. Synergy brings productivity. And productivity brings success. And success brings greatness. So great minds connect. Thank you very much for being a part of this program, and hope to see you again March, last Saturday in March we will meet again by the special grace of God. Please, can you do me a favor? Please, if you can, just put on your video. I want to take a screenshot of this so that I won't just be having names. Please, 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 just to take screenshots. Please put on your video. Please, if you can do me that favor, please put on your video so that I'll just take a screenshot before we go. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. I think, okay, let me take it like that. Some persons are here to do that. Okay, thank you very much. Hope to see you again in March. Some people, the people on Zoom, hope to see you, I mean on YouTube, hope to see you again. Thank you very, 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 very much. And Prof, I really appreciate Ma. Thank you so much. We'll still talk again, you understand? At the end of the program, we'll still talk again. Thank you so, so much, Ma. I so much appreciate. Thank you. See you next month. Great Minds Connect. See you next month. Thank you.
Kò easy o. Kò easy o.